I want to propose something to you today. I want to make my audience think. What would it be like in America without a tax? With a full check? If you grossed $500, you would bring home $500. Can we even imagine what that would be like? In this day and time, we've always had income tax. They've always been high. I know from experience for myself, if my husband, say for instance, grossed $500 for the week, by the time they took out Social Security taxes, the income tax, and the state tax, he would maybe bring home about $390. That's $110 that could be in Americans' pockets. But first of all, what I want to do is tell you what this is. It is called the fair tax. One of the first times I ever heard about the fair tax was from Mike Huckabee, who's a former Arkansas governor. He also ran for president and was defeated by Barack Obama. According to Mike Huckabee, the fair tax could not only help boost America's economy, it could also help senior citizens who are trying to live by paycheck to paycheck on Social Security. It could help people with disabilities. It could help families who don't earn a lot and lower income, and it could also benefit the richer families also. Now what I want to tell you is, you're going to ask me, what is a fair tax? It sounds too good to be true. Well, in a way it is too good to be true. The fair tax, first of all, eliminates all income tax out of your checks, and it eliminates all property taxes, everything amongst that source. But in return, things like our food, say for instance, this gallon of milk, is going to go up in price. Again, you're going to ask me, how is that going to benefit America by food prices, things like that going up? What I want to show you is a demonstration. First of all, this gallon of milk here, I bought it now for $2.98 a gallon. That's $2.98. With the fair tax, it probably would go up to like maybe about $3.25 a gallon. $4.25 a gallon. You're probably thinking you're crazy. Why pay $4.25 a gallon when you could get it for $3.98 or $2.98? But this is the reasoning. Right now, if you're an American in America working, a law-abiding citizen, a tax-paying citizen, you're going to pay $4.25 for this milk. But so is some of the criminals. Think about this. Gangsters, gang-related people, there are criminals out there that like to cheat America. There's immigrants. If anybody that steps foot in America wants a gallon of milk, they're going to pay the same price across the board. Another thing is, we want to know how exactly it would benefit us living here. You can choose what to buy. If you choose not to buy a gallon of milk, you don't have to buy it. That money goes in your pocket. Of course, most everybody needs milk. They need food. They need gas. They need clothing. And that's where the benefits come in. Again, you have criminals on the street that get things, off the street. If they don't have a job, they're not paying taxes. They're living here for free, and they're living off of the taxpayers. But if they're having to pay more in taxes on the things that they need daily, they're paying that, and they're not going to get out of paying that. Therefore, everybody in America at one point or another has to contribute to this. There's another thing that I'd like to talk about. According to Ken Hoagland, he's an author of The Fair Tax Solution, it makes just mere common sense that to have this bill. It makes more common sense than any piece of legislation that we've ever had. One thing that would happen also if we done this tax would be, it would abolish the IRS. There would be no more April 15th every year. No more filing taxes. Because every year, all that money would already be in your pocket. It would be in the banks. It would be in our economy. According to Neil Boots, who wrote the book Fair Tax, he says that it would recapture America's economy. Right now, we live in such a deep, dark economy that's going on, And again, you know, you're going to ask, well, how are people going to pay that much? How are you going to pay $5 for a box of cereal? You're going to have $10 in your pocket that you normally wouldn't have. And I think that this would really benefit America. There's also another book that I looked up. It's called The Idiot's Guide to the Fair Tax. Little comedy there, but it's by Ken Clark. And he seems to think that there's a lot of facts in his book that could change a lot of people's minds about this. And furthermore, I would just like to say that if you really stop and think about all the people that have cheated on taxes, that are getting away right now with some kind of fraud, maybe immigrants, for instance, they don't pay taxes, they get paid under the table. Well, by taxing everything that we live and breathe to use, there would be no more under the table money. Anything you made would be taxable at some point. Again, it would benefit all of America. It would benefit the poor to the rich, the old to the young. And I think that if I could just get my audience to realize that this would be the best, most possible solution for America right now, it would be wonderful. A lot of senators, I believe there's 63 senators in the United States right now that are for this bill. It's not just a fly-by-night thing. It's not just something that someone's come up with. It's really being studied out there. And we need the people of America, we need this audience to stand up and tell Washington what we want. And we want a fair tax. Thank you.